Much for joining us for our Saturday night live demonstration. I hope everybody out there is doing well, and I really hope we can get this to go tonight without the issues that we had last week. It's not windy, so hopefully our internet atoms won't be scattered across the world, and it actually works. Chris has given me the thumbs up, so it must be good. So hi everyone, hi Susie and Kim and Joe and Tess, Megan, Roslyn, Shirley, hey Di, clapping loudly. We're okay, Shirley. Hey Anna. All right, fantastic. Hey Ray, Dawn. Hey Brizzy, how are you? Natalie, good to see you. Beautiful. We got a few here. Okay, it's come up bad for me. Are you guys still seeing me okay?
Still okay, but just a bit of lag.
Okay, because it's coming up bad.
How many frames are dropped?
None. So I don't know.
Still looking fine.
Still looking fine. All right, we'll carry on and see how we go. All right, so we're doing a Sagittarian Weave tonight, which was a weave that was part of the December kits, which were the ones we didn't do any live streams for. So just catching up, being week 2 of the month, just catching up with an older kit. So I'm sure our Maille Club subscribers have been and done this ages and ages ago, but I thought it would be a good basic one to get up tonight. All right, well I'm glad everyone's seeing me all right, because YouTube's telling me I'm being bad, so...
No, it's coming through fine, babe.
Beautiful, all right. Tells me bad, but the health is good, so I don't know. YouTube's very confusing at the moment. I will switch this over to the other camera, and we'll make a start on it. All right, so I managed to rummage around today in my box of goodies and come up with all my sample pieces. I was a little concerned I'd actually lost some of them. Where's Stabby McStabby? I can't find my stabber.
No, I haven't pinched it.
All right, no worries. Okay, so this is the 14 gauge version, which is 14 gauge AWG, which is 1.6 millimeter diameter wire. Now there's 3 ring sizes for each gauge. So the bright aluminium, the large rings are 8 mil ID. The small rings on the back are 5 mil ID. And in the anodized aluminium, it's 1/4 inch or 6.35 millimeters. Okay, so that's the big chunky 14 gauge version. I have to say though, it holds its shape really, really well. It's not bad if you're into the chunky bracelets. The 16 gauge version, 1.2 millimeter diameter wire. The ring sizes I chose for this one, the large BA rings are 6.25 millimeters. The smaller ones are 4 mil ID. And the anodized aluminium rings are 3/16 inch or 4.76 millimeters. 18 gauge version, 5 mil for the large BA rings, 3 mil for the small ones in the back, and 5/32 or 3.97 millimeters for the anodized aluminium. And the tiny 20 gauge, which always looks so delicate and pretty. 4 mil for the large BA rings, 2.5 mil for the tiny ones in the back, and 1/8 inch or 3.18 millimeter ID for the anodized rings. Okay, so as normal, I'm going to demonstrate this tonight in the 14 gauge, so you guys can see what I'm doing and my closures don't look too bad. Okay, so this is aimed at experienced beginner, a beginner weave. It's fairly easy to do. It's based on European 4-in-1. So I know most people know how to do that, but I'll just run through doing the basic weave for those that don't. Okay, so for preparation for European 4-in-1, I usually recommend that you close up about 2/3 of your rings and open up 1/3. It just makes it easy when you're doing that middle section to have some prepped rings. So take 2 of your prepped rings, pop them onto an open ring, close your open ring up, and then grab your twist tie, your paper clip, whatever it is that you've got lying around, and pop it through that single ring that you just closed. Okay, that gives you a little tail, gives you something to hang on to, shows you the beginning of the weave, and it also helps you keep this weave under control because these end rings do tend to flip out, and it's quite easy to bring it back into place when you've got the tail there. All right, so holding your base rings like he's a little mouse, he's got his ears here at the top and his forehead is looking at you, okay? We always want him to be looking at you. We don't want him facing away from you. So holding your rings like this, taking up another opened large ring, we feed it down through the ear on the right, and we bring it up around and go up through the ear on the left. And then before we close this ring up, we pop on 2 more of our pre-closed rings. Okay, close the ring up. Position the rings that you just added so that they're ears and that the forehead is facing you, and you just rinse and repeat. So to do this bracelet, you need to be the length that you want your bracelet to be, plus another centimetre or 2, because it does scooch it up a little bit. The beauty of European 4-in-1 though, it's not too difficult to add to it, so if you get to the end and find out that it's come up tighter than you expected, it's easy to add some extra rings on. So just keep adding your rings like this until you reach the length that you require. Okay, separating out the ears, going down through the one on the right, up through the one on the left, popping on 2 more rings and closing your opened ring. Okay, just got a couple more of my prepped rings to do. And then when you get to the end of the bracelet, just take up an opened ring and feed it through the 2 ears like you have been doing. Only this time we don't add any extra rings. We just close that up. Now if you've got a spare twist tie lying around, I like to put one in the top as well. Let me do it in my drawer, excuse me. Here we go. As I said, it just helps keep those end rings in position so that you can, you just do this and it all falls into place for you. Okay, so that's your basic European 4-in-1 with 3 columns wide, and that's the basis of this weave. Okay, so what we want to do now, once we've added the rings to the length that we want to come back down to the beginning, and this time with our AA rings, we want to feed it through the rings on the side. So turn your work on the side, makes it a little bit easier. And this time we're just going to feed it straight through rings 1 and 2, just like this. Okay, and close it up. And you need to do that for the length of the bracelet. So this time we go to rings 2 and 3 and feed the rings through that and close it up. We go up 1 more ring, and you just keep doing that all the way up to the end. So 1 loose ring and 1 of the previous ring. And 1 more on my piece. Okay, and then we just want to do the same on the other side over here. So again, just through the first 2 rings on the side, close it up. Go down to the next loose ring in your weave. feed it through that, and pick up the ring in the previous pair. Just so that you're joining all those loose rings up. Okay, and one more. Okay. So this is what it looks like at the moment, which is not all that sexy, but we're going to fix this up. So this is the front of the weave. I know that because my little forehead is down here, my first forehead. Oh, Dawn, that's no good. Well, you'll be able to watch it back after smack hubby up the back of the head. Make the 14 gauge one. All right, so we've got it here. We've added all the rings along that we need to add. We're now going to flip our work over to what is conceivably the back of the weave. And then with our smallest bright aluminium ring, we're just going to pick up the first pair of those AA rings, just like that. Close your ring up. Okay, so you can see that that ring is there, just joining the first pair of AA rings. And then go up to the next pair of AA rings in your weave and do exactly the same thing. So we're just joining them together, tightening the weave up. Okay, and one more. So you can see how much that tightens the rings up. So these are the ones up here that we haven't attached anything to yet. The ones down here at the beginning of the weave have all been locked into place. Okay, so it's a really simple weave, but it's quite effective. Okay, so as I said, just keep going. And that's it, guys. That's the weave. Don't grab a law, you'll do it again. Oh no, it's not good to show weakness, is it? How did he manage to turn the internet off? All right. So there you go. There's your back of your weave with all your rings in place. And then the front of your weave. But I mean, you know, you can wear it the other way. Whatever works. Where is he sleeping tonight? Whichever.
The internet stays on and off.
whichever way catches your fancy, you can certainly wear it. 2 looks for the price of 1. But that's it, guys. Nice and simple. European 4-in-1 basis. So nearly everybody can do a European 4-in-1 weave. I won't say everybody can, but nearly everybody can. And that's it. I'm done. What are you over there doing?
I can.
You can. You can. Yes, you can. Did you want to show off your work?
No, it's not ready to show off.
All right. So, what have you been? Oh, you've been wearing it the wrong way, Jen. Well, no, look, you know, whatever makes you happy. So the small rings are supposed to be at the back, is the way that the weave has been designed. But you could certainly wear it the other way. There's absolutely no reason why you can't. How's the inlay going? He's been working really hard on it, Joe. He's got 4 rows, I think. 4 rows? Babes?
5.
5, sorry. I misspoke. He's got 5 rows done. He worked really hard on it today.
It was a challenge this afternoon.
He decided he has to do about 4 rows a day, so you can see the dove coming through. Yeah, there's a tip of the wing. Is that what it is?
Yeah. There's
He's got
1, 2, 3, 6 AA rings in there now.
6 AA rings in place, and he reckons he can see the dove. So yeah, it's double,
Yeah.
Joe. That's right. I don't know how much more he's going to get done this weekend because he has a website to work on. So I'm going to have to crack.
Oh, I hear the whip being cracked.
Yep. So I'm going to be using the 14 gauge version myself this weekend.
I don't make promises.
Just 45 more to go. Oh, don't say it like that. Absolutely, he knew Brizzy. That's why he put some work in today.
Yes, Kira's came down and said, you're only doing it because they'll get in trouble. You'll get in trouble if you haven't done anything. And I said, well, it's got to be done. It's important. So, yes, I'm doing it.
Yes, he's right. It's got to be done. All right, lovely peeps. Are we happy with that? As I said, it's a really easy weave. If there's something else you want me to show you, let me know. But yeah, I mean, I quite like it. It's a beautiful little weave, and it's a round maille whip. You know, I've never made a whip. Done more than yes, Kate.
Thanks, Kate.
How are you going with yours, love? All right then. All right. Well, if everyone's happy with the weave, then I don't have any more news to add to MailleCon or anything like that. We're still waiting on teachers to confirm their projects and demonstrations that we'll be doing. Chris is working on the website. So I'm hoping we're going to have something up by the end of the week. Could we expect something by the end of the week?
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully by the end of the week we'll have the website up. I don't know if we'll have the registrations. Will we have the registrations in place by then?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Quite possibly. But I do need to hear back from our teachers yet, so if any of those are asking that haven't responded to my email, check your inbox. You got an email sent out today. We need to actually have all of that confirmed before we can release the website. To those that want to join Maille Club and haven't yet, we've got one more day after. Well, it's 14th today.
Ooh, these two.
So you've got one more sleep to put to register for Maille Club, and after this month, Maille Club will be going up in price.
So now's your chance.
So now's your chance to get it at the cheaper introductory price, so to speak. It's been 18 months, but you know.
Last year's price.
Last year's price. If you get it at that price, you're locked in at that price for the length of the subscription. But next month's will go up. So if you're wanting to join, now would be a good time to do that. If you want to, the back catalogue is seeing quite a few people taking that up, so that's really good to see. Thank you very much, guys. So if you want a subscription but you're looking for a slightly cheaper option, or perhaps you've missed some of our earlier weaves, the back catalogue is the way to go. You don't get as many bells and whistles as you do with the Maille Club, but you still get 3 kits sent out each month to you. That is opened all day, every day. There's not a cut-off point for that one. So if you would like something a little bit cheaper, a little bit more pocket-friendly, the back catalogue is a good choice. Brizzy, it's going up to $60 Australian. So it's going up $10 basically. So $60 Australian, $75 for those overseas. And yeah, that's happening. So tonight and tomorrow is the last time to sign up for it before the price goes up.
So good value 4 kits.
So
Discounts off.
4 kits, yeah. So what you get is generally 4 kits. Generally 4 kits. This month there were 3 kits, but one of them was a very ring hungry kit. So generally it's about 4 kits, 2 new weaves a month, plus a loot bag, plus discounts off. You've done 2 of your back catalogues, Hilda. Oh, I'm so pleased.
Yeah, already.
You got yours already. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Brizzy. So it's it's generally 4 kits. Generally, it's rare that it's 3 kits. It's 4 kits. It's a loot bag to the value of at least $10 retail, and we've given out things like tools and beads and what else have we? Findings and scales and things like that. It changes every month. You get a discount off all of your purchases within the month that you're subscribed for. You get early access to sales when they're on. So you might get, 2 days early access. But that's the premium club. The back catalogue, you get just the 3 kits that we send out, but it is a cheaper one. Cool. Did you want to put up our web address, yep, Chris, for Arm?
I am doing it.
Beautiful. So does anybody else have any questions? So yeah, hopefully by the end of the week, guys, we will have the website open. We'll announce it in the MailleCon Facebook group. So if you're not a member of that group yet, it might be a good idea to sign up so you get the notifications for when it opens up. Hopefully registrations will open up then as well. Like I said, I'm just waiting on my teachers to get back to me on what their final classes.
You're waiting on me to do the website.
Oh, and the website as well, and Chris. God. Waiting on Chris.
She still could be waiting much longer the way I'm going with this.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that until the website's done.
Oh, okay then.
I can't have you getting distracted. No, you don't need to sign up every month, Shirley. Are we capping mails for? Yes, we are capping numbers for MailleCon.
Around 40.
We're looking at around 40 being our maximum. Address for what one, Dawn? To the kids instead of housework? Yeah, I know that feeling, Hilda. I can't possibly do the housework. I've got Aussie Maille stuff to do. We've actually got a
I think Dawn might want the MailleCon one.
We've got a table in our blog, Anna, that does a conversion from SWG to AWG. So if you go to our website and click on, what's it called, babe?
Subscriptions?
No, the blog.
Oh, you go to our website and click on the blog button.
Yeah, no, there's another one. But anyway, yeah, it's on our blog. You'll find it on our blog.
Sorry.
It's all right. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're in Australia, on. Oh, that's a shame, Ray.
MailleCon Facebook. Let me find it.
You'll have to find it. I don't know what the address is.
No, gotta get mine.
That's a bummer. I was hoping to see you again. All right. Is that it? Is anybody else? I thought I changed the name of it. I haven't? Oh, I'll have to go and double check anyway. I'll go and check, see if I can change the name of it. All right. Does anybody else have anything that they want to ask? Anything that I've forgotten? Covered it all?
I think you've covered everything. Yep.
All right, lovelies.
Well, we've got dinner.
Yep. Well, I'm thinking it might be booked up before I save the money.
Well, I'll see how we go.
Well, we'll see. 40 is, we've never opened it up to 40 before.
Well, we'll see how we go.
So, yeah. As soon as I get some more supplies in test, they'll be available again. We just got a little bit of delay on getting some of our supplies back in stock at the moment. I hope to have it fixed, have it addressed in the next few days, and we'll be able to do it. I've got a chicken curry casserole that's been on all day, Susie. That's what we're having for dinner tonight, hopefully. Unless it tastes bad, and then it'll be Macca's. First time doing this one, so I'm not convinced it's going to be a good one. Okay, the hyperlinks kits aren't going to be sent to me till perhaps the end of this week, and then it takes a week for them to be delivered, generally. So I'm not expecting to have them for at least 2 weeks at this stage. And then as soon as I've got them, we'll get them sent out to you guys. All right. Oh, sorry to hear that, Rosie. All right, beautiful people. Well, if we're all good, we might call it quits for tonight then. And next week is a new weave. Next week is Tiffany, for which I have no idea where my sample piece is, so I can't show you. But yeah. All right, beautifuls. No, Tess, we're not looking at selling containers empty anymore. We're actually removing things like storage containers off our site. They're not big sellers for us. So at this stage, we're not planning on selling empty containers anymore. They'll just be in the ones that we sell as part of our kits.
I mean, there's plenty good ones at Bunnings and those types of places.
I mean, you can go to Bunnings and get all sorts of containers and things there. It's just not cost effective for us. They're light, but they're bulky, so they end up costing us quite a lot to get in. So and they don't sell very fast. So sorry about that. All right, lovelies, I will catch up with you next Saturday night. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your weekend and joining us. And thanks especially to those from the US and all around who got up ridiculously early or stayed up really, really late to be a part of our day. We will catch up with you next week, and probably, you know, through Aussie Mailers or Instagram for those that follow me on Instagram through the week. And I will get the whip out, and I will make sure Chris gets the website so we can start booking MailCon and start getting all the fun stuff in place. All right, beautifuls. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll catch up with you next week. Mwah! Bye.